Hey guys, Kristen Pelletier here, Access Computer Training. Thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. This is actually a video, a little bit of troubleshooting for Outlook. So this happened to me last week. The scenario was that I was trying to simply sync an email account into Outlook, which, we all know how to do. It's pretty simple. And it wasn't working. And what I would get was the, thumbs up, account added successfully, yay. And I'm like, but the accounts weren't over here. So I was trying to add my Kristen at Office Pro Staffing email, and I was trying to also add my Gmail. And I already had the Access Computer Training email in there. So the problem was it was saying they were added successfully, but they weren't. And we all know how to add an account, right? So you just go to File, you go to Add Account. From there, you get this box that pops up. It's going to ask you to put the email address in, and then you hit connect, and then the next screen asks you for the password. And then if all goes well, and you always cross your fingers, right, then you'll get a message saying that the account was added successfully, right? So you put your email address in, click connect, and then you put the password, and it's good to go. And then it did say that. It said account was added successfully when I did my Gmail and when I did my Office Pro Staffing email. But then I looked over here and the folders weren't there. They were absolutely not there. So then I came back and went to File, and then I went to Account Settings. From there, I'm like, well, let's see if they're in the list, and they were not there. So luckily for me, I have an IT guy. I don't know if you guys do or not, and if you don't, then hopefully this is good information for you. But save yourself the money because they charge $155 an hour. So I paid for him to help me. So now I'm going to help you. So here's what he told me. Let me minimize this. So what he said was, he gave me a screenshot, and he said, go to your registry editor and go here. And what he said was, you'll see once you get to finally to this options subfolder, you're going to delete where it says disable exchange. You're going to delete where it says disable IMAP, and you're going to delete where it says disable POP3. And then when you do, reboot, go back, try to sync those email accounts again, and you should be fine. So I'm like, okay. So here's how we did that. So this is the path right here of how I got to where I needed to go in the registry editor. How do you get to the registry editor? Here's what you do. You, at the bottom left corner on your taskbar, just before you get to your start menu, you have a little search area. When you click on that, you go to Reg Edit, REGEDIT. And that's going to pop up the registry editor. You're going to click on that. It's going to ask you if you want to allow this app to make changes. Just say yes. And then from there, what you need to do is kind of follow that path, right? HKey current users, and then software, and then Microsoft. So you have to kind of follow that path. So here's the registry editor. And it's already here because I'm there actually. And I've already done this, but I thought I really need to show people because this was a point of contention for me. I went to computer. And then it said, go to HKey current user. So underneath that, HKey current user, over to the left, there's these little arrows. Typically they're pointing to the right, which means there's more. If you click on the little arrow, then it'll point down and it'll drop down the subfolders that are underneath that main folder. So I went to HKey current user, clicked on the little arrow, it dropped down the subfolders. The next thing it told me to do was go to software. So then I came down, I went to the software folder, clicked on the little arrow to drop down the subfolders under software. The next thing, so I'm going slash by slash up here. The next thing it told me to do was go to the Microsoft folder, which I did, and click the drop down there. And then I'm looking for the Office folder. When I scroll down, I look for that Office folder, drop that down, and the next thing I'm looking for the 16.0. So there's 16.0. I click the drop down there. And now I'm looking for the Outlook folder under 16.0. And there it is. So I click that drop down there. And then the last thing, I'm looking for options. So under the Outlook folder, I scroll down to the options folder. And from there, that's it. There's nothing else to do after that. So once I clicked on the options folder, over here to the right is where I saw exactly what his screenshot showed me. It was disable exchange, disable IMAP, disable POP3. I was like, oh my God. So how do you delete those disable, exchange, disable IMAP? You right click on it. So I'll just right click on one of the other folders, but you'll see when I right click on it, you'll see delete. So then you left click on delete. So only delete the folders that say disable Exchange, disable IMAP, or disable POP. Those three are different types of email accounts. Once you do that, then close out of all the screens, shut down Outlook, boot it back up, and then try it again. Go back to File, go to Add Account, and add those email accounts in, and it should say added successfully. And then over to the left in Outlook, you should see those email accounts now over to the left. When you sync email accounts, not only will it sync all the emails, but any folders you might have created. So in Google and Gmail, I have created all of these folders. The folders will sync as well, which is great. And all the emails that are in those folders. So everything will sync. So hopefully, guys, that helped you. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing more troubleshooting as time goes on. I am an instructor. I'm Microsoft Office certified. And I have students all the time that come up with problems. I just recently thought I should really create videos as my students are going through. And I'm going through my own problems to help you guys with some troubleshooting. So stay tuned for way more videos. We're going to have a lot of fun on this channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Have a great day.